Section 2.4, number 16. We are told to write this as a quadratic and solve this by factoring. 2x squared equals 19x plus 33. So what we want to do is we want to get a polynomial, our quadratic, equals 0, and then factor it out and find the x's that'll work. So we're going to subtract over the 19x and the 33. We have to do that to both sides. I don't know why I want to make that a 13. All right, so we're going to get 2x squared minus 19x minus 33 equals 0. Okay, now we need to get our terms here, right? 2 can be written as 2 times 1. 33 can be written as 33 times 1, or 3 times 11. The 19 here indicates to me that it's got to be a 3 times 11, because if I do any of the 33s, 33 minus 2 is 31, that's too much. 33 times 2 is 66, and that's way too much. So I'm going to consider that 33 is 3 times 11. Okay, now I need to have a positive and a negative here in such a way that I get a negative 19 out in the end. Okay, now the ways I can combine these is I can do a 2 times a 3 and a 1 times an 11. Right, minus 1 times 11. 2 times 3 is 6, minus 11 is negative 5, but that's not 19. So that's not going to work. Or I can do 2 times 11 minus 3 times 1. 2 times 11 is 22. 3 times 1 is 3. And that's going to be 19. I got a positive 19, I need negative 19. That means I need to flip my negatives around, right? So I really needed, going to a red marker, this to be a minus, this to be a plus, and that'll flip our signs and get everything right. Okay? So the factors, we're going to get a 2x and an x, a 2 and a 1. 2 times 11 means the 11 is in the opposite side. The 11 also is the negative. So x minus 11 there, and a plus 3 here, because that'll give us our 3 times a 1. Okay. All right, if we want to double check this, 2x times x is a 2x squared. 2 times negative 11 is negative 22. 3 times x is 3x. So we're going to get negative 22 plus 3 is negative 19. 3 times negative 11 is negative 33, and that works out. Okay. Now, we have two things that are multiplied together that equal 0. We know that in multiplication, to get a 0, either this has to be 0 or this has to be 0. So our two solutions are 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. We subtract the 3 to the other side. It'll cancel over here. So we'll get to 2x equals negative 3. And then we divide by the 2 to get that x is equal to negative 3 halves as one of my solutions. Our other solution, x minus 11 has to be equal to 0. And if we add 11 to both sides, it'll cancel here. We'll get x equals 11 as my other solution. And we're done.